Okay, I just remembered what I wanted to say for the third thing. So I'm just gonna upload a new video as a continuation for my last video. So my last video is about when you are a genuinely powerful and special person, that you know you genuinely have something special to offer to the world, but you are experiencing delays. And what are the potential reasons for these delays that's happening in your life. So that's my last video, and this is the last thing that I want to say to add it onto that video is that so in my last video, just to recap, I talked about two things that potentially why that everything is delayed. The first thing is like or how you're perceived from your perception. You feel like they are delayed because you feel like worldly success should be coming in much faster than it is. You feel like your message and your voice, you should be seen and heard and accepted by the world at a much faster pace than how it is happening right now. So if that is the case, and then I mentioned in my last video two things. The first thing is about you might have aspects of yourself that you didn't know yet that still need to be worked on. So you have pure, crucial, genuinely great information that might be come so easy for you, and this is the gift that you want to share with the world. But the process of giving birth that idea, that pure ideal, to the physical world, something in this translation process where you want to translate whatever you're receiving to the world, like that process might need more work in terms of skill and craft, like maybe in terms of advertising your things, your ideas and talents to the world in a more efficient way, and so on. So I talked about that as the first thing, and then the second thing I also said about how sometimes you're experiencing delay because it's because your ego need to be in check. So I said in my last video that the path to power must be challenging for the genuinely powerful. So what I mean by that is, like, if you are genuinely powerful, then your path to power, to earthly power, to be in an actual earthly powerful position must be challenging, because when it is so easy, then it will be too easy for you to become prideful and begin to think yourself better than others and abuse and misuse your power. So those are the two things that I went in depth in my last video. If you want to watch it, if you want to check it out, then that is just the video previous to this one. But I wanted to talk about the last thing that I want to say that I didn't say in my last video, which is to ask yourself this essential question of why. Why do you want the position of power? Like, why do you want the worldly success to come in so fast? Why are you getting impatient? I think that's a very crucial question to ask yourself. Why do you think whatever you have right now is not enough for you? Why are you chasing after that approval and validation, maybe, from the world? Why are you feeling even this gap of, you feel like you should be at a much greater place in terms of your position in the world, but you're not? Like, why are you having this internal conflict in the first place? I think that is a very important question to ask about yourself. Like, why is this even an issue in the first place? What are you rushing about? What are you being impatient about? What are you afraid of? What is it that is making you feel like this is a problem? Like, this is something to be anxious about. This is something that you feel like is not fair or is problematic. If you have the thought of, I feel like by my talent, by what I want to share with the world, I should be in a much better place, but I am not. I should be seen by people, but I am not. Like, if you're having a problem with this, like, just ask yourself, why is it even a problem in the first place? What is it that you are truly craving for? What is it that you feel like you cannot accept about your reality? And why is that? Why is that this is a problem? I think perhaps you will find that the answer might be that you are not in it yet for the right reason. So this is going back to the ego and pride thing. If you are craving success in the worldly sense so much and it is not coming in, you need to ask yourself, why are you craving it in the first place? Because the very reason why that you are feeling like this is a problem, the very reason that you are craving worldly success means that your ego is not in check yet, means that you want the position of power for alternative motives, means that you want power for power, and that is a problem. Like, if you are genuinely, you are powerful, yes, and you have many things, great things to share with the world, but you are not in it genuinely just because you want to share it with the world what you know would benefit the world. It is, you have something else going on. You have other agenda from your ego for yourself. You want a boost of your own ego. You want a boost of your own pride. Because you want to somehow feel better than others, or you want to somehow feel better about yourself because you are somewhere still insecure about yourself. You feel like you need to prove yourself to the world, or you need to, make a point about something, about your existence, about the validity and the worthiness of your existence, the value of yourself, which deep down you are still not seeing. I mean, that's why that you are seeking that from the outside world in the first place, right? So the very fact that you are feeling this way, the very fact that you're feeling like, why am I not seen? Why am I not heard? Why is it that what I'm wanted is not coming in? Just ask yourself, why do you want it in the first place? Really, why do you want it in the first place? And if you're really somebody, the divine wants to use you for something great, and if you still hold that mentality, then the divine definitely is going to delay things for you. Because you need to work on your ego first. You need to work on your intention first. Your intention must be pure. Because divine has given you the power, divine has given you the knowledge, divine has given you the things the divine wants to share to the world through you. Yeah? And that is a very, very privileged position. And if your own ego is still in the way, if your own ego still has its own agenda of wanting to prove itself as something special, wanting to see itself as something above others, I'm getting chills, God. Wanting to be seen for the sake of being seen and heard, being praised. And, most people have this, by the way, so it's not like, anything that's to be shameful about, but like, that's a natural sort of human thing. But if you still have this tension within you, yeah, then the divine definitely is going to delay things for you, because divine doesn't want you to misuse your power. Divine doesn't want to give you something beautiful just for you to ruin it because of your own unhealed past wound trauma, your pride, your ego, all of it that's still yet to be healed and matured. I really think so. I really think like, if this is posing a problem for you, then that's perhaps the exact reason why things are not coming in for you. If you, and when you no longer see it as a problem, when you don't care anymore, when you really just, you don't even think about this aspect, you just sort of, you want to share because you want to share. You don't, you're not in a place where you ask, you are having such a strong desire to be seen and known and heard because you want some kind of validation and to prove yourself to the world somehow. Right? When that cease to exist, that's probably when things will align for you. That's probably when what you've always desired will come true. When you work out that problem, when you no longer seek worldly success because you want something out of it for your own ego. Yeah, when that element is basically removed, when you don't really worry about that anymore, when that is not a problem with you anymore, that is very likely when exactly what you wanted will come in. Because that is the exact thing that is blocking it. Because of your own agenda. When one day you genuinely just don't care anymore, probably that's when you are genuinely, this time, is going to be really seen and heard for who you really are, because that is the time when you are a genuinely pure, beautiful soul, elevated soul, where you are worthy to be in that position of power, to be seen and heard, and to genuinely share your power with the world and genuinely use your power for good, for the world. So it is still a process of alchemization. You're still that diamond in the rough that needs to be put in the fireplace and purified and transformed. Just wait a little bit more. It is already great that you're aware of these problems, right? So yeah, that's all. That's my third point. Continuing my last video. I know you will find success. I know. It's going to happen. You need to be patient and you need to continue to work on yourself. And you always need that faith, the faith of a master seed, right? You don't need a big faith. You just need a little bit, tiny little bit of faith. And you will push it through. Keep pushing. And it's gonna come through.